So I'm here joined by Courtenay Taylor. Hello, Courtenay. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm not too bad. I'm enjoying myself. I'm a bit tired now, but I suppose you're probably tired as well.
I am a little jet lagged, but I'm getting some energy off the con. It's an excellent turnout here. I'm pleasantly surprised at how many people showed up for the first day.
The weather hasn't been the greatest, but it's Northern Ireland. You have to expect that kind of weather. But where you're from, I suppose it's nice and sunny all the time.
Los Angeles is nice and sunny, but I'm actually half English, so I do know that about the depressing grey. So I was expecting it.
So some of the other work you've done with Mass Effect 2 and 3, Jack, of course, the most iconic character. I remember actually playing the game, and I must admit, Jack has to be one of the favourites because she just doesn't take any crap and just does her own thing, yeah?
She's an amazing character. Like I said earlier, she came off the page for me so easily, and I do take a little crap, but but she's sort of me on my best and worst days, and I feel really lucky to have been able to, help bring her to life. It was great writing, great. The whole design of her was amazing to me. So, and having been a punk rocker, I was really happy the way she looked.
So about the whole BioWare kind of rewriting the endings, I know you were talking about that there on the stage there. I the ending didn't bother me that much, but you usually get those fans who are proper die-hard fans who are really against it. But so you already said, but you didn't mind the ending, did you?
Well, I mean, I have a different perspective because I'm not, I didn't log hours and hours and hours playing the game. So to me, I think that the original ending, they did an amazing job on the games, and so I was just happy with the arc of the game and the way the characters were developed. I thought they did an amazing job. So as an actor, that's more of not to just be concerned with my piece of it, but it is. They wrote beautifully fleshed out characters. It was a really cinematic experience, and then sometimes movies end in ways that you don't appreciate. I do love the fact that BioWare paid attention to the fans and are so in tune with the people that buy the game, support the franchise. The Mass Effect fans are very passionate, and I thought it was really respectful of BioWare to go back and change it. Yeah. So I hope everyone got pleased in the end.
It's kind of like a piece of art. You should never. It's like if someone paints something and people complain about it, but it's a piece of art. And you could classify that as a piece of art. But for most of the fans, it is because it's an important game. I must have played probably about. I don't really want to say how many hours because people will be like, oh yeah, he's got no life. But but it is a great game. But for anybody else who doesn't really maybe doesn't know you, is there any other titles that you've been in?
I play Ada Wong in Resident Evil 6 and Resident Evil Raccoon City, and also there's a feature called Damnation. I'm also Hex in Skylanders, if you are under the age of 10. What else have I worked on that I can talk about? I started out, one of the first big games I did was Knights of the Old Republic. I played a Jedi named Juhani, who was sort of a precursor to a lot of the characters that I ended up playing, struggling with light and dark. And I think that's been kind of a theme for most of the other characters I've played that were sort of main characters. I tend to gravitate towards those. I do a couple of other things. I do a regular show for Cartoon Network.
Well, I've watched that. It's good. Yeah, my teacher's a big fan of it. He's about 45 and he loves it.
Yeah. I play Starla, Muscleman's girlfriend, on regular show. There's a couple things coming out, but you'll have to stay tuned.
So what about, do you like to play the good guy more or the bad guy? Because sometimes I think the villain in stories can be so much better, the villain himself, because the good guy's good, but we all like a villain, don't we?
I am definitely drawn to darker characters, and I don't think that there's nobody that's all good or all bad. So I definitely, when I started my playthrough, of course, I went Renegade. I like that whole idea of struggling to find your place, struggling to overcome your circumstances, and a lot of times it takes a while. Especially Jack was somebody who originally, before the game ever came out, everyone was like, I hate her. They had seen the art. They were like, I'm going to shoot her out the airlock the minute I can get my hands on her. And I loved the fact that they gave her this dark past and then sort of allowed her to overcome it. And a lot of people kind of got won over by that, because I think a lot of people can relate to that. Like, you have some circumstances in your life that push you to being one way, but you fight to be the other way, So that's why she's one of my favorite characters, and it really has. most of the characters I play, I look back on and go like, oh, there was a little Jack in there. Oh, Jack was sort of just the most popular version of those characters that I'm drawn to.
And finally, do you want to learn a bit of Northern Ireland language, the way we talk?
Yes.
Learn it. So whenever we meet someone for the first time, we go, what about you? Yes.
What about you?
Yeah. Or we go, we say we a lot. We'd say, oh, do you know that wee thing there, or that wee thing. It's a Northern Ireland thing. We always say that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I met someone the other night who was telling me about his friend who was a wee lesbian.
Yeah.
And I was like, a wee lesbian? A small lesbian? Like a put in your pocket kind of lesbian?
Yeah.
And he started laughing. He thought that was funny.
See, the thing is, we speak a little bit too quick. Like, if I was to just automatically start talking, you would be like, I can't understand them. So I find out, I went over to England, and people are like, what are you saying? What are you saying? It's one of those things. So it's quite funny how Northern Ireland gets the whole thing.
It's, as I was saying, like, my parents both have accents, so I'm used to, I feel like I have a pretty good ear to decipher accents, and DC, who plays Legion and Wesker, we've been in several games together, he's straight up American, and we got here the first night, and he was like, what are they saying? And then we went to a pub, and everyone around us got drunker, and their accents got thicker, and so I was like, translating like 40%, and then there were a few times I was like, I don't even know what that guy's saying. I'm sorry, I have no idea.
The last one is, how's you going, boy? That's a very country one, but you can use that there. It's quite funny when you try and meet people, because you meet people and they can either be really like, the way I'm sounding okay, but then they can be like, all right, boy, how's you going? Like doing the proper Belfast accent. But do you like the Belfast accent?
When I can understand it, absolutely.
Yeah.
I like it when I can't understand it. It's very challenging, but I don't even know what'd you say? How's you going, boy?
That's how's you going, boy?
How's you going, boy?
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's good. That's good. You're doing well.
Is it good?
Yeah.
And that's a proper Belfast, or is that outside?
Well, it's more of a kind of a country accent I'm doing. Belfast is kind of like I'm trying to think of the best way to do a Belfast accent. You think I would know this here, but I better not. I may offend someone actually. Just thinking about that actually. Just in case, because people will be listening to this. But this is on the Bangor Community Radio Station, so if you go on the Facebook page, you can give it a wee like. It'd be good to hear that there.
Yeah.
And just one last thing I'll push in. Is there any other sort of rumours about Mass Effect? Or you probably, I'm not too sure. Anything maybe.
I can't say. I can't not say. I honestly, I don't know anything, and I'm being truthful.
No, that's right. I thought I'd ask, because my mates would be angry if I didn't ask you, because he's a big fan of you, so he'll be going, oh, you're a gut interviewer.
It's hard, because it's a double-edged sword. People want to know, but then they don't really want to know. I mean, if I did know something and I was like, oh, this would be great, until you realize that it just spoiled the next year or two of your life, So sometimes I feel like don't peek at your Christmas presents, just wait until the morning.